My name is Stuart Thornhill. I'm Executive Director of the Zell-Lori Institute, and it's been my pleasure to partner with Anne Very Hinkie, her team, Aaron, Michelle, the judges, the many other volunteers and staff, Barbara, Anne, Jenny, all the folks in the room who have helped move this program forward over the better part of the last school year. And now we get to celebrate and take this group across the finish line. Innovation in Action has been a great partner in the entrepreneurship ecosystem here at the University of Michigan and in Ann Arbor. In fact, last year's winner, if you looked at the program, last year's winner, Allison Elgas, continued to develop her venture through one of the programs at Zell-Lori, Zell Entrepreneurs, where we invest in student entrepreneurs who are going to take their businesses forward and turn them into real companies after graduation. So the idea that she incubated in Innovation in Action and brought here last year, she's continued to develop her participation in the Zell Entrepreneurs program, got her a $10,000 investment. Right now, as we speak, she's in Israel, working with a group of student entrepreneurs over there. I just left her this morning or yesterday morning or whatever time it was. Came directly here. Allison's still over there with a group of 9 other students that are continuing to move forward with their businesses. The winner from the year before had exactly the same outcome. They continued to move it forward. Canopy, got involved in Zell Entrepreneurs, Dare to Dream, Michigan Business Challenge, the DECI Accelerator, and they've continued to move forward. So huge potential in the companies that come out of this program, and couldn't be happier. Thank you again to everyone who's helped Anne take it forward. That includes our judges, but rather than me messing up their introduction, I'm going to turn it over to Anne at this point and give her a chance to welcome you all. Thanks some folks, and on my behalf and all of us at ZLI, thank you as well. Anne.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Stuart. You may now go home and go to bed. I have been given the task of sharing with you what the students have been doing over the last 6 months, and I've been tasked to do this in about 3 minutes. And I don't have a slide advancer. Thanks, Mike. Actually, honestly, if we could just take a moment to give Mike a round of applause. So very few people know this, but this morning Mike got here and he could not get the screen to work. And he spent a lot of time running cables hither, thither, and yon, and has made that work almost the entire day. So Mike, thank you. Okay, now to the thing I'm supposed to talk about, since I just took 3 minutes to do that. So what is innovation in action? And I think for me what I would say is there are 2 words that I think bind innovation in action students together, and that is shared passion. So students come to innovation in action because they have a passion to make a difference in the world. And what we do is try to create a safe environment for them to take risks and move out of their comfort zone. We do this kind of moving out of comfort zone at the very beginning when we start to help them form teams. So they come together, they have something they're passionate about or a topic they're passionate about, and we want them to find other students who are passionate about that same topic, but maybe from a different school and college. So we make them do this really uncomfortable but fun activity that we call speed networking. So that's what you're seeing here. Right after team formation happens, we walk students through a 90-minute design thinking exercise that gives them a very, very fast-paced experience in which they're kind of walking through the steps that we hope they're going to be doing much more slowly over the next 5 months. And that process is, and you can't tell because there's a little airplane there, but what that exercise did was it gets you talking to people, asking questions, listening, and repeating. And that repetition happens over and over and over again, talking to a lot of different people over the course of the 5 to 6 months of the program. And that all leads to this aha moment. So like the rest of us, innovation in action students make assumptions about what the core problem is. And in socially engaged design, we believe that talking to the end users about what the problem is fundamental, but that is really, really hard, and we know that. So we ask students to take risks, to set aside their assumptions, and talk to as many people as they can to really hear what the problem is. And through iteration, that creative power of talking to more and more people leads to key insights. So then that process leads into prototyping. So we ask students then to take their idea and test it out in the world. And that testing can take one of three specific ways for us. It's testing a service, testing a product, or testing an app. And so this example is actually from a team called CART, where they were connecting people who live in food insecure neighborhoods with rideshare programs to grocery stores to try to close that last mile to access to healthy food. And they also went through a lot of University of Michigan ecosystem to continue their work. Then the students keep doing that, but then we make them move forward to the next thing, which is telling their story. What we really care a lot about is helping the students tell the story, not just to the 4 judges they pitched to today, but to an audience that they can engage and get as passionate about the problem and their ideas as they are. So the last 2 months, those students have been practicing, honing, getting feedback, and incorporating that feedback. That practice feedback loop cycle actually helps teams accelerate and propel their work to new heights that I don't think they imagined they could have done had a lot of you not been sitting in the audience giving them feedback along the way. So all that work culminates in today, in this moment. So 16 teams spent the morning pitching to these 4 lovely people in the second row, and they have narrowed it down to 5 teams to share their story with you tonight. But it isn't just what happens in this moment of celebration that's inspiring. What is also inspiring is what students do following their innovation action journey. And Stuart told you a little bit about that, but some of them do go on to create amazing ventures and to continue to pivot and learn. Many other students take the skills that they learned through innovation action and bring it into their professional work. That thought about being empathetic, listening, learning, and iterating follows them their entire career. In IIA, we witnessed the power of passion-led, socially engaged innovation to move beyond disciplines and bind us together with a shared passion to change the world. This passion and focus on a deep understanding of the problem is what helps create shared language and propels us to do public good. So we, on the Innovation and Action team, have had the privilege of watching and supporting students on their innovation journey. We've watched that light bulb come on and beam at a wattage that is almost blinding. The knowledge and self-understanding of each one of you in this room that has gone through innovation and action, that you can be the difference in the world, is a really amazing and joyful experience for those of us who have the privilege of being with you on this journey, and that joyfulness continues to give and give. IIA is just a scaffold. You, the students, are the magic of what can happen when interdisciplinary teams come together doing amazing work to change the world. That is innovation in action. Congratulations to all of the teams. So, what I want the students to do is, I'm going to call the team, I want you to stand, and I want everybody to give all 16 an equally raucous congratulations. So first we're going to say breadcrumbs. Civics. Detroit Space Academy. Hero. Malama. Outsmart. The People Project. Portal Spaces. One of their team members is in Australia. He thanks you for clapping. Practical Prosthetics. Returning Citizens Project. Right Step Forward. Send Word. Stride. Swift ship. Synergic mat. And vitamin C. That was great and raucous. So I am so thankful to have colleagues like the ones you see here on the screen that have been on an innovation in action journey with me in various forms from day one. So you can read their resumes in your program, so I don't really need to read them back to you. But I just want to introduce first Jassy Chisley from United Healthcare, and let's give United Healthcare a big round of applause as a financial sponsor. Steve Escaravage from Booz Allen Hamilton. Edward Lamphere, who's now retired, so what should I say about you? I will say, huge advocate of Leelanau County. Thank you. Kathy Sample from Argus Farm Stop, who I will introduce a little bit later again when her and her husband Bill come up and they're our featured speakers for tonight. Is the next slide it, Mike? Okay. So before I let the program begin, I want to say, okay, I got to stand on the mic, sorry. I don't do well behind mics. I want to say a few words of thanks first to Michelle Wander, who has taken on an amazing and heroic task of really helping keep us train running. Thank you, Michelle, so much. And then the next person I want to thank, holy crap, okay. The next person I want to thank is Erin Moore. Who has been my partner in crime for exactly 4 years because she attended year 2 Innovation in Action and then came to work for me almost the next day. For those of you who don't know, Erin will be leaving us, and so this is her final year of being so intimately involved in Innovation in Action. And Linnea? And so Erin, can you just come up here for 1 second? Actually, before you do that, Mike, is it for me? Yep, okay. So when you ask students about their encounters with Erin, I have a very specific quote, but I have a feeling that all of you would say something very similar about Erin. And it has been a privilege and honor, and I am humbled every day by your awesomeness. So thank you for everything you do. And we have just some flowers to give you and a gift certificate to go get yourself some pampering that is well deserved.